Welcome to the 8th episode of the Auricular Medicine course brought to you by Lobe AcuWellness Foundation. Today, we shall discuss the clinical energetics of the points of the lobe, the tragus, and the scaphoid fossa. These are the points of the lobe. There are 10 of them. The first one is the upper tooth point. This is number 11. This is very good for dull, persistent, or painful toothache of the upper teeth. When stimulated with electrical apparatus, the upper tooth point is used to anesthetize the upper teeth. Number 12 is good for tongue ulcerations or fissures. This is very effective for speech problems involving the tongue, aphasia, dysphasia, stuttering, deviated tongue that may be the result of stroke. Point 13 is the jaw point. This is for jaw problems like clicking, temporomandibular joint syndrome, or the TMJ, aching or dislocated jaw. Point 14 is the lower tooth point. This is similar to the upper tooth point. It treats the lower teeth. This is used as a part of acupuncture anesthesia protocol with electrical stimulation for lower tooth problems. Point 15 is the eye point. This is the primary point to treat eye problems like decreased nighttime vision, eye strain, declining vision, myopia, presbyopia, eye twitching. The eye point is the primary point to treat eye problems, and it is very effective when you combine it with I1 and I2, brain, heart, liver, spleen, Shenmen, whose energetics also relate to eye health, plus the occiput, since the visual cortex is located in the occipital region. In China, the eye point, this is number 15, treats teenage myopia with good success. Point 16 is the inner ear. This is for inner ear problems like impaired hearing, tinnitus, Meniere's syndrome, problems of balance, motion sickness like vertigo and seasickness, and inner ear infection. The inner ear energetics are similar to pericardium 6, a body acupuncture point in regard to balance. So the inner ear point, point 16, is the ear counterpart of pericardium 6. Number 17 is the helix 5. Like all helix points, helix 5 enhances immunity. Point 18 is the tonsil point. It pertains to tonsillar tissue, palatine tonsils in the throat which ward off infection, and it treats tonsillitis. Point 19 is helix 6. Energetics are similar to helix 5. And point 20 is the insomnia point. It promotes sleep if the point is rubbed gently. The insomnia point may have the opposite effect if you stimulate it too vigorously. Now let's go to the 5 points of the tragus. Number 21 is the thirst point. It regulates thirst, whether excessive or insufficient. It is commonly used in weight loss protocols to reduce fluid consumption. Point 22 is external nose point. For problems on the exterior of the nose, it treats acne, broken blood vessels of the nose, rhinitis. 23 is the hunger point. Depending upon which acupuncture technique is used, the hunger point can reduce or stimulate hunger. Traditionally used as part of the weight loss or stop smoking protocols, where there is a tendency to satisfy oral cravings by eating or smoking. Point 24 is the internal nose point. It treats runny nose, stuffy nose, sinus pressure, maxillary sinusitis, polyps, and bloody nose. And point 25 is the adrenal point. This is the major point for treating shock, pulselessness, asthma, hypotension, stress, infection, inflammation, trauma. Point 25, or the adrenal point, regulates the adrenal hormones and treats cough and shortness of breath due to adrenal insufficiency. And this is used for any disturbing sensations. Next, we go to the points of the scaphoid fossa, points 27 to 30, 26 to 34. Point 26 is the wrist point. It treats arthritis, sprains, strains, or breaks, contracture of the wrist, carpal tunnel syndrome. Point 27, the fingers point, for spasm, contracture, swelling, arthritis of the fingers. Point 28 is the allergy point, used for respiratory or food allergies, multiple chemical sensitivities, or for patients with weakened immune systems. Some practitioners locate the allergy point on the underside of the ear apex. Point 29 is the shoulder point. It is clinically effective for shoulder problems. It's good for shoulder pain, tight shoulders, impaired shoulder mobility, frozen shoulder, rotator cuff disorders. Point 30 is the elbow point for golfer's elbow, tennis elbow, carpenter's elbow. Point 31 is the clavicle point for broken clavicle, extra bone growth on the clavicle. Point 32, shoulder joint, is used similarly to shoulder point, especially if the problem, that is bursitis, synovitis, is more confined to the shoulder joint versus the musculature of the shoulder, which is better treated with shoulder point. Point 33 is the thyroid point. It is excellent for regulating thyroid gland, as in the cases of hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism. Point 34 is the nephritis point, used to treat inflammation of the kidneys. Thank you very much for listening.